and I'll just introduce you in a minute. What is up, everybody? This is WheresBarry. Thanks for joining us on Friday night. I am getting a great opportunity here to play with JillSandwich988. His name is Anthony, and he also has a great Resident Evil channel. He's got over 3,000 subscribers, and if there's any audio issues, guys, just let me know in the chat there. And if you have any questions for Anthony during this first hour, just throw them in the chat, and I'll just ask him the questions for you guys. Anthony, do you want to kind of give us a quick background about your channel, how you got started, and what kind of games you cover?
Oh, absolutely. Hello, everyone. It's awesome to be on the channel. It's been something that a lot of people have been looking forward to, so I'm happy to be a part of it. Yeah, I started doing the YouTube stuff probably around just past my 7th year anniversary recently, so I've been doing it for a while. Just I kind of started doing Let's Plays back in 2010. I even had a channel before this, but that's when I kind of really started. But then when I finally got the Resident Evil thing, I started doing the RE5 DLC when that was first released on the 360. Since then, I started doing, being a part of the community. And obviously, there's great people like you and all your fans and everyone else who we're all together. It always feels like that, and I think over the years, after like doing all the stuff in the video, it really feels like it has paid off in the sense that we're all together in a community, we're all friends, we all enjoy the same series, and that's mostly what I cover, is just all Resident Evil stuff, and love talking about it, discussing it, going on pages. It's just it's just been so fun. So over a course of 7 years, it doesn't seem that long, but there is a lot to show for a lot of the effort that went into just trying to put out stuff on YouTube, which obviously it's hard nowadays to like even have a good audience. So I'm grateful that I have people who actually care, versus no one that, having someone that like just doesn't care at all, or having people that don't care at all, with the channel content and stuff. So there's still people that are interested, and that's what keeps me going. So it's all thanks to you guys listening. So
yeah, it's a lot of fun just to meet all the different fans of the game, just through videos, through Reddit. I mean, I've been on everywhere: Discord, Reddit, finding people everywhere, other people's channels. So I just realized I didn't even start Resident Evil 5 yet. So that's what we're supposed to be doing, is playing Resident Evil 5.
That's what we're going to be playing, yeah.
Yes. Now, do you want to start from the beginning, or can we start from somewhere in the middle, or do you mind?
I really don't. I don't care. I think I still have. I beat this before on this version, so I probably still have some kind of like, like weapons or something that's in the inventory thing. So I think I should be. I think I have some upgraded weapons. I won't be totally screwed in Kajuju. So.
Okay. Yeah, do you want to invite me to the game, or is that the best way to do it?
Yeah, so okay. Yeah, we could do that. Let's see. Which chapters do you want to start at? We could start at let's see, we got
I was on chapter 3-2 kind of when I was going through it, so somewhere around
the
there.
execution ground. Okay, so we'll start that, and then we'll just start from the beginning.
And just
so I got the chat pulled up too. So
okay, and just so you know, I suck at this game. I haven't played it since I played it like the first 3 chapters, but the last time I played it was the day it came out and the day after it came out, and I beat it, and I never played it again.
Okay.
So it's been a while. And I played with John. Yeah. I played with Joe after work, and John Ford were the first 2 episodes. And John Ford was getting mad because I was so bad.
Which mode are you on? Are you on normal, veteran?
Oh, it was probably normal. Yeah.
Normal. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to meet all you guys on the chat. It's awesome meeting all you guys. It's funny. As I start this, do you want to be Chris or Sheva? Some people don't like Sheva because she's on the other side.
I can be whoever. I'll be Sheva. I haven't been her yet.
Okay, doesn't matter. Whatever works. But yeah. So I thought it was interesting when I was doing my Resident Evil 7 stream, and I remember I heard of your channel in passing. Everyone's like, you got like you and WheresBarry should do something. I was just like, wait, like I was just like I think I know who that is. And then when because apparently a lot of my viewers watch your stuff, so that's how I essentially heard about this channel. So I don't know. I just thought that was very interesting because it's just like, oh yeah, have you heard of this person? And it's just funny how that all kind of comes hand in hand with just being in the community and stuff.
Yeah, and so for everyone, in the description of the video here, you can see all of Anthony's links. So subscribe to him. You can check out his stuff after the stream as well, all his different videos. The last couple videos I was watching were some of your collector's things. You got the collector's edition for Resident Evil 7.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun because I didn't even get it on time because of that stupid Capcom incident, them undershipping them, which is always fun. So I had to forcefully go and refund my standard edition of the copy the day I picked up the collector's edition. So it was like, I don't even know, it was a whole mess. But yeah, collection updates, that's something that I've done on my channel ever since going back 7 years ago. I just kind of started doing it. So every time I get an addition to the collection, people just like seeing me add it to the collection. It's just kind of been a thing, kind of tradition. And yeah, that's why a lot of people like seeing those. I mean, I don't know. I kind of did it for myself just to kind of like have a diary of sorts of just like collecting stuff. I don't know. But people seem to like it, so I guess so. Yeah. I keep doing it, so.
And just so you guys know in the chat, we're going to do this for about an hour, and then we're going to switch over to JillSandwich988 channel so you guys can meet those people and kind of chat in there. So we'll do an hour on each channel, and that way we can kind of get an idea for how each person runs it, and then Anthony will kind of lead the way on the next hour.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. And and I see some of you guys from my chat, right, and respect. What's going on? What's going on, Mark Main? I see some people from my channel. It's always good to see. Let me get the controls down again. Okay.
I know, man.
This is
Resident Evil 7.
You see us like, I know RE7's got us messed up right now. Okay, so what do I got? I got the H&K, got the Jailbreaker, and I got the other H&K. Okay. Oh, and this part's fun.
Yeah, I asked at the end of the last one. I asked, what channels do people want to, see me play together? And your channel was definitely the number one. I know a bunch of people who watch your channel
awesome.
are always in my streams and stuff like that as well. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear, man. It's really, it's really good to hear. It's always good, just kind of seeing, like I said, just kind of the community is what always just makes me happy. It always just has like seeing different opinions and hearing that, obviously as long as you don't have people that hate on you for RE7, which, I get people that just randomly hate on my videos because I like RE7, but that's always like, there's always going to be the people that are divided on that game, man. I mean, that's just like how it is. Like, I'm working on my review right now for it, actually, so I'm playing through it again. I'm trying to put the pieces together and like trying to analyze it the best I can. So, I'm working on that. But
how many times have you beaten the game so far? Have you tried to get the trophies or anything, or just kind of going through it?
I beat it twice. I did both endings. I'm working on my Madhouse mode, and on this Madhouse, I am trying to get the collectibles. So I'm trying to do everything in that run. It's been busy, though, just because I've been trying to get a lot of stuff for the review. So I haven't been playing Madhouse as much as I would like to be honest. But I'm definitely working on it. I'm just kind of taking my time. I do want to platinum the game just because it gives me something to do. It's replay value. I know some people don't really care about trophies that much. But, I always think it's fun to go for the trophies. I even want to get the trophies in this, and I completed this game on 360 years ago, but for some reason I just have the urge to go back and get the platinum on this game, just because it's fun. It's a fun co-op game to play with friends, and, it's cool to play with, like, people such as yourself that appreciate the series, even though, obviously, you haven't played it in a while, but it's still, like, you still can play a co-op game with, like, another Resident Evil fan, and it's really fun. That's why I like it a lot. I'm happy the remasters kind of came out, so newer people can play them. who haven't even played it yet. That's why a lot of people were like, "Oh, you have to get this and this on PS4 so we can play." You know, like people would message me, and now I can because now they're actually on the next generation of consoles. Because I had them on PC, but not a lot of people have like built PC rigs. You know, so I don't expect everyone else to be able to play with them. But
Yeah, I actually bought the PlayStation when the demo came out from E3 for Resident Evil 7. I was gonna hold off and not, and I bought that, and then it came with a game Uncharted, and I never opened it. I just played Resident Evil demo, and it was just hours and hours of, free entertainment basically. And then I bought all the games, 5, 6, 4,
yeah.
remake
Is
for
that
a second time, of course.
Oh
I already
yeah, no,
owned
of course.
them all.
I mean, when you made your account, like what was the first kind of content you started putting out? Was it Resident Evil 7 stuff? Because you started in June, right?
Yeah, I actually the first game I played was Gone Home because that was the free game for the month, and I thought it was a horror game. So I'm playing it like it's a horror game, and I'm like, wow, it's kind of scary. And then as the game progressed, I realized it was not a horror game anymore. But I started with that. Just I don't even remember why. Just I wanted to kind of practice. How am I going to do a walkthrough? This seems like a shorter game.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, I started the channel basically so I could show people the glitches I found in Resident Evil. I wasn't expecting really to do a lot of videos or anything, and I just did. I did one. People keep asking the same question. Oh, what time does the clock say? Or they'd ask a question.
Yeah.
And I wanted to answer it in a video so that they would stop asking the question. I could just link them to the answer, and that's how kind of I got started. How did you get started? A long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a while ago. Oh, by the way, I think you have to. Or you know what? Here, I'll go on the raft. You turn the things. I got to do these dumbass QuickTime events. So, how I even started on YouTube? I mean, like back in the day when I used like a DVD recorder to get my shit to footage. I didn't have a capture card, so I would record with a camera for audio. And like not pointed at a TV, not one of those dumb Let's Plays, but it was like record the DVD recorder, take it to DVD decryptor, rip it, bring it into Sony Vegas. Then I would save the camera audio, which is my commentary track. I would sync it up. I would do 1, 2, 3 sync, and I would sync it up. I'd save it as an MP3, put it in Vegas, and that's how I would do it. And that was back in like 2008 or 9 on my other channel, and I wasn't really doing specific things. Like I was just kind of doing like Spider-Man for PS1. Like I was doing like different shit. I didn't have a sense of direction. I was just kind of like doing whatever, and they would do okay. And then that account got like suspended for whatever reason on YouTube, just because some copyright stuff. I mean, that was years ago when all that stuff was going on, pre Google Plus. This is like I had like 10 views a video, and then once that went down, that's when I immediately started just like when I made this account, I did a Let's Play on Lost in Nightmares and Desperate Escape from this game as soon as it came out. And ever since then, I was able to at least get an audience, and here I am, just kind of doing it years later and still just kind of, just playing games. I'm definitely not restricted to Resident Evil. I never feel like I am. I feel like I do have, like I've done Dead Space, I've done Spider-Man 1 and 2, I've done Last of Us, I've done different games. Obviously Resident Evil's the core of everything, but I feel like I'm always doing some kind of horror stuff because I just love horror in general, or the kind of genre, especially horror movies. But that's what kind of keeps me going, because I'm just like, I feel like I have freedom. I don't feel like I'm kind of restricted down to just like doing Resident Evil stuff, which is always nice. It's always nice to do that, because you start out doing it, and that's how you get started. But then you're also able to take different paths and try different things, and just try to see if there's an audience for that will, appreciate it. So.
And then everybody's favorite question is, they always want to know what's your favorite game. I never give a single answer, but what's your favorite Resident Evil game in the series?
3, and that also goes for my favorite game of all time. So it just is. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but it's worse. So like it just kind of stuck with me. Obviously, there's games like Remake and Resident Evil 4 that come to mind, and Last of Us and stuff. Those are up there on my top. But yeah, Resident Evil 3 was always it for me. I don't know. I just fell in love with that game. So it's always been like everyone like that goes to my channel knows that I'll probably play that game until the end of my days, just because even if I've done a million walkthroughs on it, I just feel like it's always fun, and I always appreciate it.
Do you do any speed runs or anything, or is that something?
I've done a
not
speed
fun?
run, a really bad speed run on Biohazard Last Escape. Like I did it on the Japanese version, so I've done a speed run. It's not very good, but I definitely would
Yeah.
like to. I was thinking about doing a series of like races with one of my friends, like have like a race where we can like he tries to beat it and I try to beat, like kind of something
Right.
like that, like race against the clock. I was thinking about doing it, so it's something it's in the works. Let's just say that I'm trying to plan stuff out with that. I've sped run this game a few times, but just off like camera. Like I've recorded it with my friend in the past, and me and her, we did a pretty good run of it. But I still think one day I definitely want to like have a series of videos where I can kind of do a commentary and do a speed run. At the time, it didn't seem like a lot of people wanted to see that from me back like a few years ago. But now I think since I've done one, at least I've done the Biohazard 3 one, just because I've done that before, so I felt comfortable doing it. There's a lot of games I definitely need to practice, like before I even take control of a speed run, because people are going to be like, "You suck." They'll just be like, yeah.
It takes so much memorization to. I mean, even just I played through Resident Evil 7 maybe 7 or 8 times in a row, and same
wow.
thing with Remake. It was just like I just did it again and again and again to memorize it so that you could do it quicker. It's just such a waste of brain space, like memorizing it exactly
knowing where
what you're
everything
supposed to do.
happens. And then there's the people like in RE3. If you guess, like, you have to just guess the fucking, like, the locker combination. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, like, you just guess that, and then you hope that it's the right one, because you're not going to look on the computer because of the speed run. And there's just some people that guess it right. Or there's different variations, like in 3 with the police station, if there's going to be a grenade launcher or a magnum there. Sometimes that can dictate, like, if you need to use it at some point against, like, Nemesis to take them out. But it's just, there's a lot of weird things in the older Resident Evils as well that make it, like what do I even do, oh yeah, we can't go this way, we have to go up this way. There's gonna be like 2 chainsaw guys coming at this part, so it's gonna be pretty annoying in a second. But yeah, so this is something I kind of been working on. That's pretty crazy that you've played through it that many times. That's something that I probably eventually will end up doing for 7, because I do want to speed run that game, and I was thinking about like streaming that if I get good at it, because obviously there's that trophy to beat it under a certain amount of hours. I don't know if you've gotten that yet.
Yeah, it's 4 hours. It's pretty simple to do if you put it on easy.
Yeah, I bet it is, man. I mean, that's something that I definitely want to like spend some time working on and trying to. And I definitely will try to stream that if people want to see it. I want to stream Madhouse too. After I do it, I definitely don't want to do it the first time around. So I'm trying to get like some collectibles and stuff. I'm trying to play the game and like not stream it. Just kind of like take some time to myself. And that's what I did when I played and I got the Zoe ending, or when you pick Zoe. I like did that, and I was able to play it, and I didn't have to worry about like streaming or anything. I was able to fully like focus on it. And once I did that, I was at least able to kind of have a little bit better mindset when writing the script for the review, because that's what it comes down to, is putting out all my ideas and just trying to make the best points and not look like it's one-dimensional or people won't understand. It's I don't expect everyone to understand the review. There's a lot of things that I like about 7. There's a lot of things I do not like about 7. But again, it comes down to just like people having an understanding of where the person's coming from. I mean, but again, like I said, just kind of playing through it multiple times, you kind of get a better aspect of how the game is. And I wanted to play through it again before I said anything about it as far as a review. Like I needed to get a second playthrough in. And plus the DLC, which I played as well. Not a fan of the on-disc or DLC, not even on-disc, but more so like after-launch DLC, kind of had mixed emotions about that, but to each his own. Everyone's got their own opinion.
Yeah, I don't, my video game history is I buy the game 3 years after it comes out when it comes with all the DLC. Like recently, I usually play a lot of classic games, and then I just wait until, like Fallout 4, I'm just waiting like till it's $20 and it comes with everything.
Oh yeah,
even though I love that game.
Edition.
Yeah, because it'll be new to me. Now this Resident Evil is different because I'm like in the community. We're trying to find out all these theories and stuff, so it's a different thing.
Yeah.
But for the other fun games that I'm gonna do, I'll just wait.
Well, that's one thing that I noticed that you did a lot, and that was your thing, was like, you know, getting the fans involved, and I absolutely love channels that do that, because not only is it keeping people, you know, wanting to come back and talk about it, but it's also, it's kind of like you're experiencing it with them, and that's why I always like the idea of a let's play, or even a blind run, because I'm sure you streamed it when it launched, and going through that game blind, and I'm sure you can imagine, because you did it, you know, just like I did. It's very interesting, because you're experiencing it with the chat, and you're getting these reactions, and it's such like a different thing. So that's always something that I loved about, you know, the community. But I've seen that you've done that very well with like keeping the audience engaged, and you know, you can make really good like thumbnail shit that I can't do. Like that's why I felt bad. I'm like I'm retweeting like his artwork, but I feel bad because like I can't do it very well. I got to get better at the photo shop stuff, or even just editing photos. Like my one buddy, he was really nice to design my channel artwork for me. He just randomly did it. Like he was just like, oh, here you go, dude. And I was like, what? Thanks. You know. But you know what? I think we actually have to go over. We have to turn that wheel. All right, I have to get that flame out. Where am I going? I can't believe I'm blanking out at this part. Okay, yeah, all right, we have to go up here. But no, that's one thing that I always notice that I like seeing from your videos, especially, is seeing that like audience interaction. That's very appealing. So like that's something I always like seeing that when watching YouTubers. So like just seeing that, especially coming from a fellow Resident Evil YouTuber, it's always great, because that's what it's all about, man. It's just keeping people engaged, and people like it, you know.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not, you know, doing this channel to make big money or anything. I'm doing it to interact with people and have fun.
Yeah.
So.
That's what it's about, man. It's like, dude, what money? Like we're just doing this because we want to. We wouldn't like have the like inconvenient like schedule, or like make room for it. Like I tell, like, you know, I physically don't hang out with certain like people sometimes, just because I'm like, hey, look, I got to do this. I have to edit. I have to dedicate to editing. I wouldn't do that if I didn't love it, and you wouldn't do all the stuff that you do if you didn't love it. You know, like we wouldn't like be hanging here on a Friday night, clearing all plans, like making sure we could do it if it didn't necessarily, like, you know, if the money was on the mind of everyone, you know. And that's what it's about. And people can tell when you're genuine. Like people tell, like people know.
Yeah. And just want to thank everybody for joining, everybody from Anthony's channel that came to check out this channel, everybody from my channel who's checking it out, all the people who gave the thumbs up, all the new subscribers, thanks, I see those coming in. So thanks a lot.
Yeah, dude, a lot of fun. This is awesome. Love seeing the chat.
I don't know how to use any weapons. I don't have any weapons.
Watch out, watch out. You have... Oh, damn. It's all good. I was just about to give you machine gun ammo, and I was like, fuck. Damn it.
I forgot that.
So the worst part about this section is that they make you do everything again. But what I actually might do is... let's see. We got... Do I have anything in my actual, like, store? Okay, we do have a frag. I do have that. Do have first aid.
Yeah, do you need me to trade you one of these sprays?
Do me a favor. Combine the green and the red, and I'll give you the machine gun ammo and put that in your machine gun. Let's combine. Yeah, there you go. And then take that. And then what I'll do is, because I actually have a little bit of money, I'm going to... See, if I upgrade the capacity, it gives me a full clip, so I'm just gonna do that. I don't know, the H&K is already fully upgraded. Can I upgrade this? Okay, I'll do the firepower. All right, just so I can get some like full ammo here. All right. Little. There we go. Sweet. All right, we're good.
All right,
we'll be all right. But yeah, this game specifically, and I know. Oh, I actually gave us a checkpoint. Nice. How nice of them. Yeah. I for some reason under the impression we'd have to do everything here. Okay, so in that case, we just have to go up here then, and then just deal with that asshole. Resident Evil 5 specifically, though, and I've been playing Mercenaries. I've been streaming Mercenaries a little bit more with this game. And I know a lot of people... There's a machine gun hammer here for you. I don't know if you can pick it up. I don't have any room. I think you have some room. There you go. I always like doing co-op or playthroughs on this game, just because, like... Well, number one, I always found this game really enjoyable, and I know a lot of people don't like it for whatever reason. I know, like, it's just because it's, you know, it's either too much action or it's during the daytime. There's a lot of reasons why people don't, or fans I should say, don't like the game. And it's interesting hearing those opinions because, like I said, I always enjoyed this game, and that's why I always kind of like doing runs on it, you know. But I think it's really cool that like I said, the co-op on this was always addicting. I mean, I put so many hours into this game, man. I mean, this Resident Evil 5 always will have a place in my heart just because of the good memories I've had with friends. And my friends, they don't know anyone else who messes with Resident Evil like I do. So they're all coming to me like, dude, can you play with me and shit? And I'm like, awesome, yeah, let's do it. So that's kind of how that always worked out. Oh, here he is.
All right. So just
we
don't
can
get
actually,
one killed.
yeah, we can run out of this little circle, but I feel like we can really just take him out here. Let's not make him leave. You'll be dead in no time. Come on, mother. And I'll move when I gotta reload. There we go. Gotta get the melees in. Are you kidding me? This guy's still alive? Okay. So, you know what we'll do? We'll flash this guy. Bam. There we go, we'll hook him. There we go. Oh wow, I got a bolt action. I thought I had the semi-auto. Alright, that works. Alright, we got both treasures, so we are good now. Actually... Okay, so... Oh wait, that flame's still up. So, maybe it needs us to do the other one now? Really? Wow. Okay, I thought it'd give us a checkpoint after the first chainsaw guy, but I guess it wants us to do both now. Okay, so I guess we gotta do chainsaw round 2. It looks like that flame thing is still on the other side, so we gotta turn that wheel. Alright. Up we go again.
And what other platforms are you on, or what do you tweet a lot? Do you Facebook a lot, or is it basically videos on YouTube?
Usually it's mostly videos on YouTube. I mean, I got a new Twitter handle because it was my personal name for the longest time, and I for some reason thought you couldn't change it. But my Twitter is at JillSandwich988, so it's just like my YouTube. Okay. And yeah, I do that, and then that's pretty much it. I have a Facebook page, Let's Talk Resident Evil. That's for the podcast. So I'm sure you put that in the link, so we're all good with that. But yeah, so you guys can check that up. Other than that, yeah, I just do the YouTube stuff, and I work on videos and just actual films and movies that I write because that's what I want to do as a director. So I have I do that as well outside of the Resident Evil channel. I do that stuff. So always just trying to keep busy, pretty much just making content.
Yeah. And do you have any theories of what happened at the end of Resident Evil 7 with the guy coming down or any of that stuff?
I don't think that it's Chris. I don't think so, and I know he's in the credits as Chris. Okay, I guess the chainsaw guy's not coming. I guess it gave us a checkpoint after the fact. That's really strange. But anyway, yeah, I know it says it in the credits. I really feel like they're just they're flim-flamming us. I feel like they're just kind of trying to pull a fast one and make us think. But I know the DLC's come out in spring, the hero thing, and I guess we're gonna find out then. But I know there's people saying it's Hunk. I've heard Hunk. I've heard Chris's other brother. But it's does Chris have a I mean, that would be a little too much if they're just oh, by the way, he had a brother. It's I don't know how to feel about that. Because it's how the hell are you just gonna throw that in? I haven't heard your theories personally, so I'm kind of curious to hear what you have to say about.
Oh, I mean, when I do my videos, I usually try to cover everything, so I don't just say, oh, it's this way or that way. So I mean, the main one, Hunk is the main one everybody's thinking right now. Personally, I think it might be Claire's kid from when she was in high school or something, and then she left the kid with the grandma.
That's
something like that.
I mean, that's very that could be very open to I could be open to the idea to that because I feel like they could just throw it in and just be hey, by the way, this is here. I also think that it could be just kind of I don't know. I don't want to say a clone because that seems too generic or too, I guess, typical. Like, you know, how in RE Final Chapter, they're just like, oh, I was a clone of Dr. Isaacs. It's like, okay, motherfucker, hold up. You know, like, I don't know if you saw Final Chapter, but that movie, it's amazing. It is so bad. It's just, it's beautiful. But yeah, that's just one of those things. But I think, yeah, Hunk is one I thought about that would make sense in my head. But I also think that it could be some kind of clone, I guess. I don't want to sound too, like, cliche, but I feel like they could have... If Umbrella's back in full swing, I feel like they're pulling some sketchy shit, okay? Because I feel like we know Umbrella well enough at this point to where they're going to be pulling certain kind of trickery in a sense, you know. I mean, obviously they're trying to get Evelyn because she was pretty much a weapon at that point, you know. So I don't know. I'm curious. I'll check out the DLC obviously because I'm obviously hooked. I want to know what happens. So you know, I'll give them this. It's keeping us on the edge, us fans, everyone that's, you know, that's listening and also have seen your videos and my videos, whatever. Everyone always brings it up, and then they bring up, and I feel like that's something cool that they're doing, because at least, like, they're keeping the audience, you know, because 6 was just kind of like you beat 6 and you're just like, what the hell did I just play? The ending doesn't make sense. Like, there's a bunch, like, Jake's just in a village and he, like, saves his person. It's like, okay, like, but I don't feel, like, fulfilled. Like, you know, there's a lot of just issues with that ending of the story, as opposed to 7, where it's completely giving us, like, hey, this is a cliffhanger. You know, obviously, yeah, if it's in, like, free DLC, that one's gonna be free, you know. That's cool, I guess, so people don't have to pay for it. But at the end of the day, yeah, I think I like the fact that they're keeping us on edge with this, and I feel like it's gonna be interesting. I'm curious. I'm really curious to see. But yeah, I'm the kind of the same way. I kind of try to stay open about it, but I love hearing everyone else's, like, ideas, and again, just kind of like talking as a community. It's always, like, a really cool thing to hear people and kind of their mindsets, because people dig far, like, further than I mean, you probably even dig further than me, but I like, people, like, look and search through everything, and kudos to them, because oh my god, I am really lazy, so I I don't know. But but that's really cool though.
I've spent nights going through frame by frame on trailers, so
Oh dude, that's awesome, dude. That's really cool. I love that. I appreciate like, anyone that does that and takes the time to do that. I commend that, because that's a lot of work and dedication, man. Like, that's a lot, and that's cool, because again, like, fans see that and you get to observe it together, and you get to show them, hey, this is what I found. Like, what do you guys think? You know, and again, you're keeping the audience involved, and that's just always great. I got some machine gun ammo for you if you have any inventory space on you. You know what? This will do. Josh just getting overwhelmed. Alright, you know what? Let me actually put the rifle in a slot where I can select it. That would actually help. Awesome. Alright. Alright, let's get on this elevator so Josh can stop whining that he has to help us.
So are you hoping there'll be a Resident Evil 3 I mean, who knows how many years that would take them to come out with, but...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They need to. I would dude, I would love... Resident Evil 3 Remake comes out, like, you're not going to see me for, like, a little bit. I'm just going to be just hiding away playing that and streaming it and just, like, doing whatever. That game, man, because especially if I see how RE2 is, and, you know, if it's going to be that impressive, which it needs to be, I'm telling you, Capcom, please don't mess it up. You know, they gained my trust back with 7. I'll give them that, but holy crap, you cannot mess up RE2.
You'd think they'd just make it like the remake, right? And they wouldn't change anything.
That would be quintessential, because, you know, the remake's a perfect game. I mean, remake. If someone says, "What is Resident Evil to you?" Like, what do you think of when you think of Resident Evil? And obviously, the easy ones to say 3, because it's my favorite. But ones that has all those horror tropes, it's remake, man. I mean, that's like, it's updated. It's got you know, it's got like the better voice acting. Of course, you can take it more seriously. Ooh. That was close. That was super close. Okay, here we go. We got this. I do have machine gun ammo for you. If you can free up like a slot in your right. Inventories.
Here, what do you? Here.
Here, you know what? Let me put the right. There you go. I got a spot open. There we go. We got it.
Yeah, that machine gun ammo goes quick.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Especially since I miss with the first 30 bullets every time I aim it.
It's hard. They got a lot of kickback on the guns. You know, can't really like certain machine guns in this game. There's like a few are a little bit better than others, but the one you have, the MP5, is pretty. It's pretty good. The TMP I like a lot better in RE4. I don't know why. I feel like it's a lot stronger, but.
Yeah, and a lot of people in the chat are talking about Umbrella Corps, the game. Did you ever play the Umbrella Corps game? Or?
Oh, I did. I, in fact, planned on a review, but it was just so stupid. I just did not want to do one. I live streamed it, like, when it came out. I did it. People watched it. I was like, yeah, you know, this is, like, whatever. And then people just started using that sickle thing, the knife or whatever. And I was like, ugh. And I know it's canon, which is really scary to say that it's canon, because why? But it is, and like it's connected, and I know Mark Main, if you're listening to this, you're gonna bust my balls because he's the one who said that, you know, it is canon, and I didn't believe him, but I'm just like, yeah, this is I can't believe that a game like this is canon, and you know, it's not very good, because I know you have to do all the trials or whatever, and then by then you could like find out a underlining story about the agents or something like that. Oh, nice, we got him. I think this is the guy that comes back up though. Oh no, he's not. Okay, nice, we got the treasure. We can dip and get the hell out of here. But no, man, that's Umbrella Corps. I feel like with how much people don't like the game, you know, I liked Operation Raccoon City a hell of a lot better than that game. At least in Operation Raccoon City, as it still felt like an empty game at times. You know, it still at least tried. You know, but what are you gonna do? I mean, you're gonna have like, you know, people that don't like it because it is kind of like a SOCOM shooter, but it's more comparable to Umbrella Corps as far as something that's being completely kind of irrelevant but still relevant. I mean, Operation Raccoon obviously was a what-if game. Umbrella Corps is saying it's canon. So it's like, why are these zombies here, and why is this happening, and why does the animations look so stiff, and why does the game look like it was made in a week? I don't know. Have you played Umbrella Corps? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, so they had a free demo, and I was like, all right, so this, and it was the second time they did the demo. The first time they did it, nobody downloaded, so they're like, we'll give you a second preview. So I downloaded it.
Maybe this time people will play.
I waited in the match thing, like waiting for a match for about 20 minutes. Finally got a match after 20 minutes. Played one round. And then it said the demo time has run out. So that was the end of it. But yeah, it felt like a game that was just, like you said, just made so quickly. It just seemed like an old computer game, like for like 10 years ago.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it felt so weird running around the village in RE4. I was just like, what is this? Like, what is...
Now, I think the connection... Like, so the helicopter at the end of the Resident Evil 7 game has the Umbrella Corps logo attached to the Umbrella Corporation words.
Yes.
So I was thinking maybe the canon part of Umbrella Corps is just, in that game we don't know Umbrella's secretly running them or something, and now we find out in 7. Like,
I mean...
I don't think the whole game would be canon. People are like, well, Whisker has a voice in it, so he's alive because the game is canon. Well, the whole game isn't necessarily canon. Just some, the idea that there's an Umbrella Corps, I think, is kind of the story in there. And maybe the main character, or whatever, 3A7 or whatever his name is.
That's a really good point, though, because you really think about it. Think of it. It's just called Umbrella Corps. It's pretty much saying Umbrella's back. Like, Capcom was pretty much saying, hey, look, Umbrella's back, and it's right in front of our faces, but we're just looking at it as this, like, shit game. But at the end of the day, they're trying to, like, mean something with that name. Now that you actually mention it, that's kind of true. Like... they're kind of like, hey, this is Umbrella, and it's like, good one, Capcom, and then you play RE7, you're like, oh, that makes sense. Let's just try to like book it past these guys. It's probably the best way to do it. I'm not doing a good job at it, but we could definitely run around them. And then we'll shoot these fucking booby traps.
Yeah, and so on my channel, I do a swear jar. So every time I curse, I put $1 into it, and people are commenting like, "Whoa, Jill Sandwich filling up the swear jar."
Oh no, I am so sorry. I should have asked if I could swear or not.
Oh, you can. It's fine. I just do it just to kind of keep the It's fine. It's fine for you to do it. I'm just saying I'm trying to do something for charity where I don't just spend all the money. So I slowly build up. So I've got about $50 in there. So I have been cursing like 50 times or whatever.
That's pretty cool. That reminds me. Have you ever seen a Hot Fuzz with the swear jar? And he's just putting in the money and stuff. That's just what that reminds me of. That's cool though. That's all right. I got you. Don't hit him. Yes, full health. All right, the door's down. Let's go. We got this. That lock. I was for some reason trying to knife the lock. I forgot. We can just shoot it and it's done. All right, let me get this. All right. Oh wow, the dog ran into the booby trap. Wow, I didn't even have to fucking do that. Cursing again. Shit. I'm gonna see how long I can go without cursing. Let's actually make that a thing on this stream. But yeah, that I was saying something about something else. I completely lost my train of thought. But all right, let's get on this boat. We got this. We can just run away from these guys. It's a waste of ammo because Josh is just gonna sit here and keep shooting until we run with them. There we go. Oh, this part's gonna be annoying because this is the part where we go on the boat and then we stop, get off, and then get on the boat. But I gotta get more ammo. This game's not being very nice with the ammo right now.
Yeah. And what's up to Bob, Giovanni, H Gaming, host, Jennifer, Conte, Ride and Respect, Rusty Spoon, Scorp Zero, Stomach Turning, Caliban, and Whitey Bite Me. Thanks for keeping the chat filled here tonight. I know we're talking a lot and not really, interacting with the chat as much. But we just want you to kind of get an idea for the two different channels that are playing here. So
yeah, when you pitched me the idea, I was like, dude, this is awesome because it's just a good way to, again, being able to kind of show everyone else what we are both about on each side of the spectrum there.
Yeah, in about 20 minutes, we'll switch over to the other channel. So just make sure you're subscribed to that channel as well, or have it in the link, and it is in the description. JillSandwich988 is the name of the channel. So we'll switch over to that here in 20 minutes or so. So
yeah, I think we could probably get through this chapter because I think after this chapter we get to Irving, which is the boss fight. So I'm pretty sure we can get through this chapter. Even then, we can always just, like, if we die, we can just stay on this menu screen right here, and we can just switch over if we don't finish it on that exactly the mark. Why do I have a bolt action and a semi-auto? I just noticed that. Okay, I'm going to sell... Actually, no, wait. Let me just get... I'm going to give you this bolt action, because I did upgrade it. You might as well just take it if you need it. Move... Can I give you guns? Oh, no, I can't give you guns. Wow, I completely forgot I could do that. I can give you ammo and grenades and health, but I cannot give you guns. The game wants you to work for the ammunition and the guns.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because you said you upgraded. I'm like, if you give it to me, do you never have it again? Like, but it won't let you do that. So
yeah, I had a blanket right there. Let me see if I can at least upgrade this so I can get some goddamn ammo again. Okay, there we go. And then that. Okay, we're good. We are good.
How often, for the last, 7 years is crazy. Like, how often do you post videos? Has there been breaks in your, have you taken a break here and there?
I've taken a lot of like personal breaks. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in YouTube back, especially in 2000. I remember there's one instance like. I post pretty. I'll answer the first question. I post pretty frequently now. I stream a lot more now because it's a good way to break up content. I used to really do, and I still do these, like regular Let's Plays that aren't streaming. But I do like the live audience. So that's why I've never really turned back as far as doing like stuff in post. Like I do live commentary, but then I'd edit them in post and release them in parts. But now the live chat has been such a refreshing, such like a better way of communicating. I don't feel it's very one-dimensional, and people love when you interact with them. So I dealt with a lot of issues on YouTube in the past where I would have to take a break just because I would feel not very motivated. And that was also because of like sometimes it was a lack of viewership, or what I thought was a lack of viewership, which at times it was bad. There was times when YouTube would like unsubscribe people from my channel. And it was going on with a lot of other YouTubers back in like 2012, and people that are in the chat, if you guys were around on my channel back then, you know what I'm talking about. But there was just a lot of weird things going on, and I would lose subscribers and stuff. But I always kind of held in there. But yeah, I definitely do take personal breaks. When I do like a film, when I work on a film that's outside of this, I take a well-needed break. Just because I need to focus on writing the script and getting actors together, and getting special effects with blood and everything. Like, it's a whole new mindset. Like doing a movie, I have to distance myself from doing content on here so I don't get like too overwhelmed. But usually when I'm not doing the film stuff, I'm full on the channel. But I have taken breaks here and there, little hiatuses to myself, to kind of just get back some kind of get the creative juices flowing again, start doing some videos. But I always do different kinds of videos. I always try to do reviews. I try to do the collection updates. I do, I do the podcast, which has a life of its own, and I'm really happy because there's people that watch me just for my podcast, and that's cool. And I love that because it's kind of like it's like an own audience kind of deal, where it's like, oh, these people found me through this, and that's kind of what they stick to watching, and that's cool. So I do that. Again, I collaborate with with my friends, with you, and like, being able to play with you it's really, I don't know. It's really cool that I'm even here right now. Like, if someone was like, "Oh yeah, you're going to be doing a stream with like, someone who's actually successful on YouTube, like actually has, I wouldn't really believe it if someone told me that a few years ago." So the pace of things recently have probably have been the best that they've been at in a long time. So that's always a good thing, always a positive thing. So, that's just where I'm at with that.
And where can they find your your movie stuff? Do you have that a different channel for that, or?
Yeah, I do. I try not to like tell. I try to like not to like plug it, because I don't like to be like that guy where I'm like, oh, check out this and this. But it's an old like inside joke. It's called Gun Wars Production. It's Gun Wars, one word, Productions, and it's just kind of an old inside joke with me and my friend. But that channel in general, it's a very personal channel. It goes back to when I was a literal kid making stupid ass videos that make no sense compared to what I try to do now, which is have some kind of structure, because I want to go to film school, so it's just, I'm trying to do the best I can. But yeah, check it out. It's Gun Wars Productions, and the last film that I did was called The Devil's Work, and that was the last thing that I did. So watch that and not my other stuff, because it's a lot better. So at least I think it's better, but everyone else can have their own opinion. But yeah, that's just what I also do. That's another outside thing that I have not mentioned on this stream, but that's just the one thing. Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot there's turrets.
What I forgot what I was gonna ask. Oh yeah, how long did it take you to build up to 3,000 plus subscribers? Was there one specific video that really pushed you over the edge, or was it just grinding over the years?
Grinding, man. I mean, this is as new as it is. I'm just now getting a lot more people coming here. I mean, I reached 3,000 subs like less than a year ago. Like maybe like 6 months, and I've been trying, but the RE7 stuff helped a lot. Like, I did stream RE7, I did stream the demo. Let me actually take these guys out with, I don't have rifle ammo. You know what? You have rifle ammo? Give me that 5 rifle ammo. I'll pick them off.
Yeah, I'm like I have to look at the controller to know what buttons to press. That's how good at games I am.
Yeah, man. Like, like the RE7 stuff was that's what helped me out. But I also did a lot of reviews that people liked, and the podcast helped me out a lot too. The podcast built a conversation around the channel that wasn't there before. So I was really happy that I was able to do that. I think we're good though. We got him in the clear. But no, I was just really happy that was something that helped me out. But yeah, that's also just collaborating, man. Like I help. I had JJ. This I don't know if you know JJ. He runs the Residents of Evil page. He's starting. Okay. He just started their Facebook page, but he also runs the Resident Evil 2 remake fan page, and he does a lot of stuff. And he was a fan of my podcast, and then I collaborated with him. He helped me out because he put a lot of stuff on his channel and saying, hey, check out these guys, they're awesome. And so like just knowing people, meeting people such as yourself, like awesome, really intelligent, down to earth people, and like doing streams like this or just doing that has helped me recently with really trying to I guess get out there more. And that's why I also like appreciate any kind of collaboration. I never try to turn it down. I always try to do it and make time in my schedule to do it. And man, that's just pretty much what I've been trying to do. Day one.
Yeah, I'm just trying. I mean, once Resident Evil comes to an end here, Resident Evil 7 is still kind of popular. I'm thinking, what next? Because that's kind of what's been my bread and butter here. So just trying to figure out different ways to
absolutely, man.
Keep going.
Hey,
so.
There's a lot of things that you can come up with, or even if you ever have an idea and you want to like be like, hey dude, let's do this for the fans or whatever. Like I am 100% down. Like I never like I said, I just do a bunch of stuff with everyone, and I just like keeping busy with a lot of this stuff. So anytime, like if you have any ideas or something that you want to go through, I mean I'm always willing to help out.
Nice. Oh, that's gonna hit me.
Oh. Okay, if that exploded on me, I would have went into dying.
I love when the pre-recorded actions, I don't know what you call those, but they save your life because they can't hit you while you're bending down to pick up the item.
Yeah, like when you're in an animation, like they just they don't even oh, you know what? We need to get back to the boat. Shit, we're running in the wrong way. Fuck. All right, turn around and let's go back this way. We actually, because these guys are going to keep spawning. Get back, don't jump. There we go. And then here we are off to Irving now. Dealing with this guy.
Magic Johnson, nice.
WheresBarry? It's all over social media with fun posts.
What are some other games that you like, other series that you like to play?
I love Metal Gear. I love like Mass Effect. Obviously, I'm really into like I'm really into PS1 in general. So I really do like some of the games that are on there, like Siphon Filter, and stuff like that. I'm big into Gears of War, a lot. I like fighting games like Dead or Alive. I like Mortal Kombat. There's so many. I mean, wow. Uncharted, I love Uncharted. I adore Uncharted. I adore the Walking Dead Telltale series. Seasons 1 and 2, not the new one. Not so much. But, yeah. Something that I do play online a lot is Rainbow Six Siege. So if any of you guys like Siege, like, please play with me, because I need to play with people. But yeah, that's kind of like, I always go back to older games. Mostly on PS1, Dreamcast, I like Soul Reaver, Spider-Man for PS1. The list goes on, man. Dino Crisis, I recently did a stream of. And I'm going to do 2 this year as well, Dino Crisis 2, that's my goal. But yeah, man, I kind of play a little bit of everything. So it's just kind of like it goes outside of just Resident Evil stuff. Obviously, it's my main series, but there's a lot of stuff I always prefer to play different times, so.
And do you use your Twitch channel at all, or is that just something you from a long time ago?
I've tried to use it, and I never get views. ever.
Hmm.
I always, when I stream through YouTube, I feel I get more of a reaction.
Right.
So I'm just kind of like, I don't know, because I didn't know if there was a way I could always double stream on Twitch and YouTube. I'm sure there's a way. I just don't know how much, like, if my internet can even handle that, or if, you know, if there's a way. But yeah, my Twitch is something I'd like to get back to. I don't know if there's an audience over there for me. I don't know. I kind of feel not very confident with it, only because you know, and you might be like, well, you do have, you know, this amount of people, but it's like, yeah, but I feel like Twitch, it's hard to get people there. I don't know, because it's a different community over there. But I do have like followers, but it's different.
It's like starting from scratch. You have to, you know, find other channels. Basically, when I'm done streaming, I do all my streaming on YouTube. But two of the channels that I watch like every night are Joe After Work and Seek and Destroy. And they're on Twitch. So after my stream's over, I go on Twitch. It's almost like an escape from YouTube, and I watch them and I see how they grow their channels, and it's different from the way that I grow it on YouTube.
Yeah, it is, man.
So it's just a different thing.
We have a different way of going about it. Yeah, we definitely do. We just have a different mindset as far as like, because we're dealing with like videos that are going to be there. Like a lot of times the stuff on, you know, Twitch is just archive stuff, but a lot of the stuff that we're doing over here, you know, with like, because you know, especially you do a lot of theory videos or analyzing stuff. It's a very different kind of like audience base, because the people that are on Twitch, like they watch live streams pretty much like all day. Like people, like audiences on Twitch, that's their YouTube, you know, as opposed to someone watching, you know, post-production videos. They like watching those live streams, and I guess that's kind of like their bread and butter of that aspect, and again, it works for what it is. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll feel like I can go on there and be okay and be like, hey guys, I'm going on Twitch right now, not YouTube. Can you guys please come here and follow me and watch what I'm doing, so I'm not streaming to myself? But you know, it's just one of those things, man. But maybe one day. You know, it's just a matter of time. I do feel like I could grow a little bit bigger on Twitch as well, because it's a new audience, of course, you know, like it's just a bigger, it's different people, you know. So, but it's just like, if I like streamed RE7 on there, it's like, how many people are streaming RE7 on Twitch? Like, you know, let's be real, a lot. So it's like a needle in the haystack for me. While on YouTube, I'm pretty established to where I can comfortably stream and know people will give a shit, you know. So that's what it comes down to, is just trying to feel, you know, comfortable with doing it. Maybe one day.
And do you have a subscriber goal or anything like that, or just, you know, just having fun?
If I could reach, like, I mean, I'm just having fun. I do like to set goals for myself. I feel like I can stay a lot more driven if I do. Kind of like personal goals, but I would love if I could get to, like, I mean, 5,000 subscribers would be amazing. 6,000 subscribers would be amazing. Like, even to be where you're at would be ideal for just someone like me who just likes to do it. But you know, maybe one day I'll get to 10,000. Maybe one day, you know. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. The rate it's been going, it's already been 7 years. But you know, I'm just trying to, again, just do different things and see what happens. But yeah, I guess, you know, 5,000 would be an awesome goal right now to start, and then just take it from there. Just keep trying to build on that, you know.
And what are some of your influence channels or other Resident Evil channels you follow or watch videos on? Or I know when you have your own channel, it's hard to watch other content because you're constantly making your own content. But
absolutely, yeah, I do. I watched. There's a lot of people that I influence as well. That's a really good question. Back in the day, I used to watch. Back in the day, like 2007 or 8, I used to watch Necroscope a lot. And I don't know if you know who he is, but he doesn't do Let's Plays anymore. I don't believe he's even around. But he did Let's Plays on Resident Evil back in 2008, and when it was relatively new for a Let's Play. And he influenced me to do a lot of Let's Play stuff. He was obviously a lot bigger than I was. He had an established following. He was from the UK, so he had fans from all over. But he was one of the big influences on myself. And then I just as far as Resident Evil content related channels, wow.
Welcome to the family.
Wow. I don't know. I can't say that I watch too much Resident Evil stuff when I'm not doing it. But you know, I used to watch this. They used to be called the Resident Evil Challenge, and there's this guy named Nuji and Nathan, I think, were their names, and you could still find their videos. They're from the UK. And I used to watch their stuff and was really fascinated and really motivated to do Resident Evil stuff. I still go back and watch their stuff. What essentially it was, they would call it the Resident Evil Challenge. They would see how many games they could beat in 24 hours. They would set limits and they would stay up all night. They would do it live on a chat. And the chat would dare them to eat certain things during the stream or do like stuff. And watching that community grow, and they had a website and everything, that also is something that I used to watch that really I was like, this is fucking awesome, because that was one of the things that I saw on the, you know, I was seeing another side of the community that I never saw before, because obviously YouTube was newer at the time. They had their own website and stuff, but they would post their streams after the fact, and that's when I used to watch them. So they used to post the full live, you know, thing. They would compile it, of course. They wouldn't like have the whole 24 hours, but they would post a somewhat compressed version of it, and that's what really got me into. I was like, all right, I got to do Resident Evil stuff on here now. So, and that was years ago.
What's the longest you've ever done a live stream for?
Probably. That's probably 5 hours, maybe. 5 hour stream, maybe not very long. I know people have done more. They're probably like 5 hours. The hell, people do a day long stream. I think I did pretty long. I did a whole like day's worth of streaming for Resident Evil 7, but it was broken up into breaks, so I could like take a breather. But when me and my buddy we recently did a Dead Rising stream, a 10th anniversary Dead Rising stream, that we played that so long, and it was so much fun. That was like the longest one that I did. That was you know, that I can think of. So, you know, still getting to actually doing a lot of live streams, believe it or not. Like ever since the Resident Evil 7 stuff, during the summer, I went through the Resident Evil trilogy again, and I just started streaming. And ever since then, we got it.
Oh, okay, I thought I got eaten and ruined it.
Yeah, the chapter is done. But yeah, man, that's like essentially what the deal is with that. I mean, it's just trying to stream a lot more and getting the live audience. Like, I mean, the live chat right now, like this is awesome. Like just seeing that many people. Like I have to keep refreshing my little stream thing. It's cool, man. That's why I think the streaming really breathed some kind of new life into what I was doing, because it gave me another option to explore, and that's always great. As we're creators, we're content creators, it's essentially art. We're trying to, you know, express ourselves in different ways, and I think the way that, you know, we try to work stuff out and do different things, it's always welcome. And you know, and I'm sure you'll be challenged with that too when you want to try to move on to other things, and you're going to be able to you know, push yourself to do different things, man. Like, and that's always fun. Like, it's always a great time. Always plenty of laughs.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for joining the stream. That's not going to be over. We're going to be switching over to JillSandwich988, and I put the link there in the chat. You can see it in the description. So everybody go over there and switch over here when we're done.
Hey,
but I wanted to thank Anthony for joining us and for doing this for an hour and talking about, you know, his channel and how he likes Resident Evil and how he connects to the community. It was a lot of fun. And then, yeah, all his links are in the description. And if you have any other ways you want people to follow you, just let us know right here before we switch over.
I think it's all there in the description, so it's all good.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining, and yes, don't forget to go over there, click the like on your way out. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks to all the people from Anthony's channel who came to watch the channel for the first time. Usually we'll do a lot more interaction with the chat, but obviously today we're chatting with each other as well, so that's kind of a little different from a normal stream. But yep,
yeah,
thanks.
kind of like asking questions and stuff. So
yeah. So thanks everybody, and yeah, we'll see you on the other side.